My name is Mike, aka Dr. Cool. I'm a rapper, martial artist, hip-hop enthusiast, and activist, events manager, co-founder of Worldwide Connects, and a member of COTI. Yeah, tonight was with the Hip Hop Culture Society Sussex at Sussex University, collaborating with Audio Active, collaborating with Up to Scratch, those are both local Brighton organizations, and Worldwide Connects, and of course Industry #1, A Way of Life the film. And yeah, it was just a really great night, really good energy, a great film, some great rappers, freestyling, DJs. A lot of audience engagement during the Q&A, so that was it was moving to see. Because, you know, we're hip hop heads, we love that stuff anyways, right? So we eat it up. But a lot of the audience weren't necessarily hip hop heads, and they were kind of just realizing for the first time how big hip hop can be. And I think that's one of the powers of this movie, and so it was great to see that.
My name's Evita Kone. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I grew up in Geneva, Switzerland. Yeah, my first impression was it was so thorough. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything this thorough. I'm from Geneva, so it's a very multicultural city, and I've kind of grown up listening to hip hop from all over. But this was the first time I'd ever seen a project really go in depth of really showing the variety and the diversity. And how important it is, and really going into the kind of humanitarian capacity of hip-hop culture. I guess something that stood out to me was in Norway, how those rappers kind of got in trouble with the government for making kind of like a mock ad for a mock campaign against the invasion of Iraq. I thought that was really interesting. You think of like freedom of speech, and it's not even so much freedom of speech, but also how much hip hop is a political force to be reckoned with.
I loved it. I think it's so incredible how like music, dance, art, all that like is such a massive part of people's lives. And I think it's so incredible how much like the whole like political, social, everything just comes together. And I just think it's amazing to see that from like all the different perspectives and countries. Yeah, I thought it was so incredible.
Just how many countries have taken in hip hop and how it's affected their culture, especially the Cambodia part was, and Norway as well. That was a really interesting part of the film. Absolutely amazing video. Definitely watch it.
My favourite part was just the general theme of the universal language of hip hop. I think the way that translated through the film was just so perfectly executed, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Man, so on point. I thought. It met so, definitely the parts that were UK, I thought like Rodney P, How Is Life in London, stuff like that, Skinny Man, I thought, because I don't know, obviously that is relevant to me, 100% educational for any form of age of person, any genre of person. There are things you can learn from this documentary. It's incredibly educational, and I think it's what we need in our schools.
I really liked it. I'm going to be honest, I knew I liked hip hop, but I didn't know much about the history or like different styles, so yeah, I found it quite educational, like getting to learn about all different countries and stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing, you know, like realising that it was such a worldwide kind of phenomenon, you know, it's kind of like really incredible to kind of experience, like, you know, like India, Africa, America, England, like Europe, everywhere, you know, it's like, it's so worldwide, you know, it's incredible.
This film, for someone who doesn't know much about hip hop, can sort of, as he said, give them a richer insight. I understand how broad it is, but for someone who already does know a lot about hip hop, at least in a sort of local area, they can gain appreciation for hip hop across the world.
I've always had a global appreciation of hip hop, but seeing some of the places I've never encountered before.
I thought it was great, yeah, really great insight into like a global approach of hip hop. Yeah, really learned a lot.
Yeah, the film is awesome. It's crazy to see, you know, all corners of the globe. Places like Cambodia and things like that, I didn't really expect it to be. I didn't expect it to be as far reaching as places like that. Maybe that's my own naivety and so on. But
just watched the film tonight. It was amazing. It was really, really interesting. And I've learned so much about hip hop and how much it means to people. I mean, you listen to the music and you enjoy the music and you think, oh yeah, this is a good beat. And then you find out the meaning behind it, and it's really interesting and it's really intrinsic in people's history and people's culture, and it's something we should embrace as part of our culture now.
Just enjoy it. I think you will love the hip hop culture, and yeah, to taste a way of life.
How did you link up with that many buds from different places?
How did we
Link up with that many people?
To be honest, right, we did, obviously, like with the Norwegian part, I've lived in Norway, so that kind of come out of itself. Chipe, he's half Ghanaian, so he had family there. But really how it is that you do some research, you find a couple of initial contacts, and then it kind of leads on to people saying, oh, you've got to meet this person and blah, blah, blah. It's very organic in a way. You kind of go there. That's like when I went to Malaysia, Cambodia, Switzerland, wherever it was like you had a couple of contacts initially, and then they knew a graph artist there, and that's what I think the beauty of it is, basically, that organic element to it, basically.
So of all the places that you went to in the world, where were the most sort of conservative over their view of the word freestyle? You get a lot of people who say, oh, I've got a freestyle, but it's actually like a 16 in Britain, but it's about like nothing in particular, so we've got a freestyle. Where would you say it's like, out of everywhere you've been, like pure, off the top of the head place in the world where people are very like strict about it has to be off the top of your head right now instead of something pre-written?
There wasn't any places like that, to be honest. But there were places that took hip hop a little bit more seriously than others. I really like the vibe in Denmark and how I don't know, just the whole vibe and how it reminded me of New York a little bit, because when I was there, they were playing hip hop all throughout the city, and like it was crazy. People were on their bikes. Their little radio, riding past with them playing hip hop. So that kind of feel was something that I was really feeling when I was there.
I guess this is to the director. In a lot of the interviews, there was kind of background sound and noise.
Yeah.
Was that on purpose? Were you looking for that?
Some of it was, and some of it wasn't.
No. Like the background sounds were like
in Cambodia
with the kids. That game, like you could get the feeling of the kids being there and that. And then also obviously with the Ghanaian thing with the cockerel, that makes you feel like, oh, it's early morning and that. But obviously we had problems with the mic we were using, so we got wind feedback. You could still hear it. The guy who did the sound was a genius. He managed to get a lot of the wind out, but obviously, you know, when you're doing as an independent filmmaker and you're using equipment and do things that way, these things are going to happen, basically.
I kind of like it.
Love it.
Wasn't put on top.
Sorry.
Sorry, Vanessa, I've got a question. How did you make that so good?
Oh. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know. We just tried to make sure that the music fit the country. We made sure that it had a certain pace to it. Each country, and we want everyone to feel. Yeah. We wanted everyone to feel when you're in that country, you're feeling their energy. Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
everything has been changed in order to be marketed, and that's why hip hop isn't the way it is anymore. And that was before social media. It was all done in the 90s. Just before the internet came, they started changing the pieces of music you were using it on. All of a sudden, you could make a tune in your house on a computer with a very cheap sound card. And when Shai was telling me he did the movie, I explained to him a little story about when I first heard a particular tune. I'd never heard it. There was about 2,000 people at this place, and I didn't like Public Enemy. I didn't think their music was great. And they brought out this song, and the sirens went off, and everybody was going, "Oh, this is nuts, this is nuts." And I'm standing there thinking, what's wrong with these people? And then the music dropped, and it was the time when they went from drum machine hip hop to sampling James Brown. It was in that time, and the beat that dropped, literally 2,000 people was on a massive field. Tim Westwood wasn't actually famous, but he was playing it, and everybody danced the same. And I felt my bum sticking in places that I don't normally stick it. And it was literally like someone had just infused everybody with a gas, and we all had this same dancing. And from then on, I mean, I liked hip hop, but I was more into soul music. But from that moment, it just changed my life. And when I told Shai, that's why I'm here, because I told him this story. And he was like, "You should do the movie, man." I was like, "Hey, wait, I gave up like 20 years ago, you know." And he's like, "Please, please." And they gave me the script, and knowing the truth now, I took too long to do it. They don't think I did it well enough. I did it a couple of times. No, but the thing is, Shai will confirm. I told him my mic broke, my hard drive didn't record the stuff I did, but I literally just didn't practice it enough. And then when it came to like a week before, I put the work in, because that's what happens. And when I went to see it at the cinema, I actually thought it wasn't me, because I was blown away. I thought that guy was like Samuel Jackson in that. You know, it's kind of because of what they've done. But like I say, music it's what you feel, and you've got to communicate.